Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. So, when I originally planned on making this video today, it was because I hit 100 subscribers. And I'll be honest, when I started this channel, I wasn't entirely sure that that was ever going to happen. It's been an interesting experience starting this YouTube journey. It's harder than I thought, it takes more effort than I thought. And a lot of the time, it feels like making content for no one. And absolutely in no way am I saying that my subscribers are no one. It's just hard to detach yourself when you watch videos on channels that have 5 million subscribers, and in the first 2 hours they release a video, it has 4,000 views. And I think my highest viewed video after 2 months has 200 views. Sometimes it feels like you're making videos almost no one will see, and that's fine. I didn't start this channel for views. I didn't start it for clicks. I certainly didn't start it to make money, because the realistic possibility is that will never happen. I will probably never become monetized, and that's okay. I genuinely started this channel because watching channels like Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Sports and Fitness Rants, Self-Researched NBA Facts, I wanted to be a part of that group. That's why I did it. I thought to myself, I have knowledge on basketball, I have opinions on basketball, and when I would watch their live streams or listen to their videos, I just thought to myself, I want to do that. It took years for me to do it, because the reality is it takes balls to do it, and I didn't have them. It wasn't until I smashed my head in that I finally realized it's nothing. Who cares? It's such an insignificant thing. And not saying that it doesn't have importance, that even the messages that people convey in their content doesn't carry weight. It's in the grand scope of life, it's nothing. It's not a hardship. There are challenges that need to be faced and overcome. I mean, I think that this is my 85th video, and it only took 85 videos to get 100 subscribers. Great. And with that being said, I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel, that have left incredibly positive, supportive comments about the content that I make, or about the takes that I have, or about my opinions, or even saying that some of my videos inspired you or made you think differently. That's why I did it. That's why I wanted to start doing it. I think everyone has a voice. And I think everyone has information or perspective or insight that not everyone has. And that's worth sharing. It's important to have a voice. I was afraid that when I started this channel, I would just sound like everyone else, that I wouldn't have unique enough takes or perspectives, and I would just be regurgitating the same information that other more popular channels were already expressing or already voicing. And I hope I don't sound like everyone else. I hope that people have subscribed to my channel because they specifically like what I have to say. They didn't just do it out of pity, out of sympathy, out of obligation. I hope that's not the case. So I just saw something that has to influence this video. And it was a clip of the Lakers complaining about officiating. And I was like, I have to put that in my video because that is absolutely insane that they have anything to complain about as far as officiating goes, given that the refs are basically their sixth man or seventh man, however you want to look at it. Like, they get so much help to barely win games. It's insane. And in the video, JJ Redick and Luka and LeBron and Reeves were all talking about the lack of consistency in officiating. And I was like, you know what? They're absolutely right. There is a lack of consistency in officiating. However, the most consistent officiating that the refs do is bailing the Lakers the fuck out. The amount of free throws that they get, the amount of calls that they get, the amount of calls that don't go against them is incredibly consistent. I've never seen officiating as consistent as the breaks that the Lakers get. Specifically, the breaks that LeBron gets. So when he opened his mouth and with disdain in his voice said, you know, sometimes I just don't understand that they just can't call every game the same. Bitch, they do. For you, every game is the same. If anybody else tried to battle ram to the rim, they're getting called. Anybody else manhandles a ref or gets in the ref's face and yells at them, they're going to get a technical or likely even ejected. So what are you talking about? And then this opened up an entirely different train of thought. And it was, even with all of the changes in the rules, all of the changes in the way that the refs officiate the game, all of the open space, the lack of defense, how can anyone, and I mean anyone, even fanboys, LeBron apologists, all of you, how can you think LeBron is even on the same level as Jordan? He's not. They barely play the same sport. There's a basketball involved in both of them, but that's really where the similarities end. It's not the same game. It's like I talked about in my last video. LeBron plays NBA 2K on rookie and then self-aggrandizes about his success, which is very limited success, if you think about it. Jordan played on Hall of Fame and constantly humbles himself. Talks about how great other people were. Or when he's talking about Pippen, who's completely turncoat on him and has started talking remarkable shit, Jordan still says there wouldn't be a Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen. Anytime anybody mentions Michael Jordan, they should mention Scottie Pippen. Has anyone ever heard LeBron say that? Without Kyrie, I don't win a championship in Cleveland. Without Ray Allen and Chris Bosh and D Wade, I don't win 2 championships in Miami. Without AD, I don't win the bubble ring with the Lakers. Have those words ever come out of his mouth? And not even that. Has he ever praised them, period? I mean, we heard him marginalize Chris Bosh. We heard him marginalize Kevin Love. I don't think he's thanked anyone. He certainly hasn't stated openly or publicly, without this person, I wouldn't have what I have. And then, if the juicing allegations turn out to be true, it may be the most pathetic career in the history of sports, period. Because at least when Lance Armstrong was juicing, he won 7 Tour de France in a row. When Mark McGuire was juicing or Barry Bonds was juicing, at least they were crushing it. Like, it's still pathetic. It's still cheating. I still think they should be ostracized from the sport. But at least they were doing well. If the allegations turn out to be true, to have 4 championships in 22 years is an embarrassment. So this will be 4 championships in 23 years, which will bring his overall championship record for his career down to 17%, while Jordan's is over 40%. When the math isn't mathing, there's a problem. How can the all-time greatest loser be in the same conversation as one of the greatest winners? How have we flipped the script to make that an argument, a debate? I mean, the reality is real basketball fans know it's not a debate. It's a fabrication. Uncommon just recently did a video about Jeff Tate talking about Jordan's the GOAT, and everybody shoehorns LeBron into that conversation. And it's absolutely true. And I think, well, no, I take that back. I know that all of these talking heads in the media know for a fact, because it does occasionally slip out. I can't remember the female boxer that Shannon Sharpe was talking about, but intuitively he called her the Michael Jordan of boxing. And then he quickly had to backtrack and correct himself and call her the LeBron of boxing. Which, the thing that I think is hilarious about that is I believe that this boxer is 16-0. And I was like, nah, you were right with the Michael Jordan, because she actually wins. She doesn't lose. She doesn't choke when it matters. So I think they all know this. I don't even necessarily know if they're all getting checks from Unclutch Sports. I have to assume that they are. Whores have to get paid, and that's what they are. They're whores. They're whoring themselves for either money, or maybe Unclutch Sports has power enough to remove them from the air to make their job security questionable. I don't know. But whores have to get paid. That's what it comes down to. So when Colin Cowherd or Nick Wright or Shannon Sharpe or even Stephen A., just because he rides the fence, he'll disparage LeBron and then in the very next second glaze for him super hard. Even Skip Bayless, who, likes to claim that he's a Jordan guy, what does he say? LeBron is the greatest at going to the basket? Well, yeah, because he just battle rams through everybody and it doesn't get called on him. If LeBron played in the 80s and 90s, he would foul out in the first quarter. He wouldn't even be a bench player. He would inevitably be on the practice squad and then probably dismissed to the G League. I don't even think the G League existed back then. I don't know when the G League became a thing, but LeBron would end up playing in the G League until he learned any type of fundamentals. In 23 seasons, when you watch him play and he genuinely, legitimately looks like a lumbering Hulk, there's no finesse. There's no grace. There's no dexterity. It's, I'm bigger than you, and so I'm going to bully you. Because you never see him bowling bigger guys. Ever. Even when he plays against KD, he still ducks him. He just gets out of the way. He's like a matador. He just sidesteps and lets him go right by. It's only when he's going up against somebody that's, 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", that he's, 6-7 inches taller than, that he decides to pretend to man up. I saw a few different videos, either from AOH or Uncommon, where they were showing Devin Booker, getting up in his face, and LeBron would back down until somebody was holding him back. And then he would step in and start acting like he was aggressive, or like they were stopping him from getting confrontational. That's the biggest joke I've ever seen. He was hesitant. If you look in his eyes, and anybody who's been in actual physical confrontations know, if you look in his eyes when he's confronting Stephen A., if Stephen A. had lunged at him like he did at that female fan, he 100% would have flinched. Without question. He would have flinched. He's not Kobe. He's not Jordan. When Matt Barnes, pretended that he was going to throw the ball in Kobe's face and Kobe didn't even blink, that's somebody who could whip your ass. LeBron would have flinched so bad. I wish it would happen. I wish somebody would do it, because I wish it would be an incredibly small guy too. I wish Steph Curry would pretend to throw the ball at him and LeBron would flinch. I have no doubt in my mind. Anyway, I kind of got off on a tangent here. The point of this video is I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, for commenting on my videos. 100 subscribers is a huge deal to me. I don't want to stop there. I mean, my next goal is 1,000, so it's a long way to go. But hopefully, now that I'm in triple-digit subscribers, hopefully the momentum will start to snowball. Hopefully the algorithm will decide, let's give them a little bit more exposure. And hopefully my content will be good enough to attract people. Or when they do see it, they'll be engaged enough to become a part of this community. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep trying to do better. And hopefully you guys will be along for the journey. As always, I want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me to do this, because without them, this channel never would have happened. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Z, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Scap Attack, Speam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops. I always appreciate your guys' content, your takes and perspectives, and your humor. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.